What doing, everybody? How y'all? Hell broke Lucy here. There are some things that have been in the way of humanity for millennia, and since the beginning of humanity in some cases, they're no longer an option. Life has never been at this phase that we're at now. There are a lot of intelligent, really good people who have made the plans essential to turn our climate crisis around. Rather than churches and preachers and dirty politicians, these people, along with science, have to assume the most important, had to be placed as the most important platform and administration branch of our government, administrative branch. There's no other choice. Of course, we don't have to do it. We don't have to follow this. But then we don't have to live either. Freedom of religion, this calls howls. Even from people that think like Bill Maher. And up till now, it is true. And until it's hate speech, anything you want to say or do is freedom. We can keep that if we want, and humanity won't make it out of this century. And that's science saying that. The only way that Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism does a lot of damage, can go forth, is to practice those faiths in your mind. Sit at home with your family and read your Bible. And if you do have a church, don't celebrate. Don't promote that fucker. Don't sensationalize it. Don't put it in the news. Don't buy ads. Don't buy billboards. Because the thinking that is caused by Christianity in particular, that's the one that affects this nation, the thinking of it got us here. See, why do you have to worry about climate change when there's a deity somewhere else other than Earth that's going to come down here and snatch up all those who believe in it and leave all others to die, and then when we die, we go to hell? That thinking got us here, goddammit. What makes you think it can remain a freedom? We got to rethink a whole lot of shit right now. And we have to do this regulation on the freedom of religion in a very, very careful way so that it does not become a slope to lose human rights freedoms. Religion is not a human right. The practices of religion, the actions of putting in somebody else's face, banging on somebody else's door, telling another person, giving them the emotional stress of telling them they're going to hell because they don't believe like you do, that's not human right. That's a violation of human rights. A violation. If a big, strong lid is put on religion, it may survive. But as I said in my previous video, if you really need to believe in something, become a witch. Join Wicca. You got your community there. You got your belief in powers outside yourself. Not a God, but I guess you can create your own God in your mind if you want to, because that's the only place that the God of the Bible lives, is in your mind. That son of a bitch ain't in this universe. He damn sure ain't in this galaxy. He ain't in this solar system. He's in your mind. But your mind, with those sick thoughts, can't make the laws anymore. You can't put the social pressure on America anymore. There can be no voice of condemnation from the stage of politics to where the people who believe in that Bible are the good people that deserve America. They're the patriots, and all other people are sinners. There's no such thing as sin. The idea of sin wrecked the world. It made something wrong out of all natural desires. It put a lid on growth. sin is a crippler. It does to your mind what polio does to your body. It's not a freedom anymore. I don't know if my idea here is going to take hold. I know I've said some things in videos and on media that 2 or 3 weeks later I've heard them spread by other sources. And this has happened more. I watched this for years, and it's happened so many times that it can't be a coincidence. At first I marked it up to, well, I'd heard it somewhere else down the line and stored it in my mind. But then it kept happening. My terminology for things got picked up by a whole lot of the anti-religion pages on Facebook. And I've picked up on things other people have said. How about that? That's the way it works. You're not insignificant, only in your mind. There are some sick motherfuckers out there that want you to think that someone with a title is better than they are, that you have no business assuming that you can make an impact on the world. You tell them motherfuckers to kiss your ass. I got a stalker and a hater like that. The very idea that I think I could do some good is mocked and laughed at. On that subject, he mocks my health. He mocks everything about me. Tells lies. What do you think about a man? Let me tell you, this is a little bit of stalker information here on the end of this. A man, if you want to call him a man, lives in Arizona. Puts it all over Facebook and these videos that him and his girlfriend Lynn pronounced Win for lack of the discipline that 10-year-olds have to get a speech impediment cured. They're going up to Vegas from outside Phoenix, Arizona to get married. And then they come back. Next thing you know, this man is moved back to the East Coast, Boston area. He's got a girl. He owns this girl, my girl, named Billy, pronounced Billy. And he has the audacity to call anyone else a liar. You know, I was going through physical therapy here. I've got a real bad shoulder, and it's not as bad anymore. And come to find out, the one thing that has kept me from probably having to become ambidextrous is my drums. Playing my drums for a couple years now has been painful. It's not now. But I push myself, and I have to alter some of the beats I made. I had to take them out of my repertoire of beats and add something in to replace it. I don't have to do that anymore. Because before my insurance company would pay for a surgery, they want me to go to physical therapy. And I got a home therapist that comes here, and he had me do these exercises. Within 2 weeks, that the mobility in my arm was freed up a whole lot in this one direction. Yeah. I still got the dull ache pain from my shoulder to my elbow. It has let up a little. And if it lets up a little more, I think I can bear it and never have to have an operation. But this sick bastard that stalks me makes a lie out of that. He mocks the poor. He sucks the ass of one family member I have that I don't call family. That's a pathetical liar. You happy now? Bird shit. Cabral, you got your attention? Anyway, I just had to throw that in there. That's kind of like Wicca. Like I was saying about, I said in the other video, Wicca casts spells on people to get it out of their head. Most of them don't really believe there's a spell going to happen to somebody, but the last thing they remembered in their head was so-and-so was getting run over by a truck. So in their mind, they're dead. So they don't hold space in their mind anymore. Other than Trump, there's only one person on this planet I hate. Thoroughly. There's no excuse for his existence. And that's my stalker. 6 years now. The harassment goes on. All right, thanks for listening, people. I'm going to have to talk about it now. Religion's got to go. The other thing, there's no more time for war. We can have war, and it's going to send us backwards. War has to stop now. And I'm thinking Bernie Sanders will bring an end to war later.